Okay. Welcome back to a Drop Podcast episode. This is where we play games and hang out, and this is your host, Joshua Bryan. It was good water. Very refreshing. So if you haven't checked these out before, it's basically just a podcast where I play Pokemon, and you can check out some of my other content. I also make music, and my YouTube channel, I have this like sort of series called The Drop, which is sort of how I get filthy rich. And this is just sort of how you keep up with me, because I had this philosophy that no one is all that special, and we like to pretend like we are. So we try to make things secretive, but I don't think things need to be like that. I don't have a lot of things that I feel like are that important that I need to keep it a secret. So, obviously there's a difference between being professional and just being dramatic about, stuff. And I like to think that I like to keep it on the more professional side. Not so much worried about the latter. But for those who come around often, wow, that's really annoying. This is just another episode. Like I said, this is the second day that I've done this just in a row. Okay, this is getting frustrating. I'm doing using a move, but I got smoke screened a whole bunch, so like my accuracy is like really low. But anyway, so I want to start off with this. So last time I've been asking you guys to like ask me questions. Oh, and by the way, if I didn't already mention, if you go to my website, joshuatbryan.com, then you can find information on me and stuff that I'm working on, and just like recent stuff. Like right now, I have this section of recent videos, and you'll find my new song, Speak Easy, made with my wonderful cousin, Sammy Brecken. I believe I called him Schmull as his like name. Check it out. I mean, it's a really hot record. I did all the editing for the track, or we did all the editing for the track. Like threw in the ad-libs together, and I don't know, it was a fun project that we both put a lot into. Like surprisingly, I think the easiest part for both of us was just writing the song. It was a fun little project. Put a lot into it, so I'd really, really appreciate it if you went to check it out. And actually, I've just started today. I just started to monetize my music, which I will get back to you on that later. But so earlier, as I was trying to get to before, I always ask you guys leave me questions if you to talk about. Now it's hard for me to look into the chat. Like I'll look at the chat, but I'll more glance at the chat. I won't stick around. Just cause like it's hard for me to focus on the game and the chat at the same time. Although, I don't know, I need to come up with some kind of system. Like, maybe I'll glance over, like, every 5 minutes or so. But I got asked the question because I was talking a lot about, like, what my ambitions are, like, what I'm sort of aiming towards, which is, like, basically, like, the dream vision is to be financially free and not have to work. Basically have control over my time and to be able to choose what I want to do with my time rather than having to clock in, wake up early, go to bed early. Because I'm getting real sick and tired of it. Like, I just graduated high school, and I don't want to work. You know what I mean? I like to work. I like to make money. I'll say that. And I like to be, like, with people and be a part of a team. But I don't want to have to be, like, for the past, how long has it been? For the past years of my life. So it would be ever since I was probably like 5. So for as long as I can remember, I have been going to school. Meaning I've been having to wake up early on the weekdays, sit in a classroom or listen to somebody. Then I go home with a whole bunch of homework. I do the homework. I study for the test. And then I go back to school. It's now I have more freedom now. Like, I don't have homework, and so once I clock out from work, I'm done. And then I also get paid to do the work, so it's definitely a lot more meaningful and feels a lot better than school. Like, I would do this over school 9 times out of 10 for sure, 100%, no doubt, out of my mind. The good thing about school, which I also get from work, so it's really no win as far as school goes. It's just being with people, but like, I'm with people at school too, so it's just, at work too, so it's just kind of, I don't know. School just starts to become more pointless to me as time goes on. Now I get, like, a lot of people really enjoy school, and it's something that is a special time for a lot of people, and I definitely am with that. You know what I mean? But for me, like, I want the freedom to be able to do whatever I want. And whenever I have to go to school and then do more school once I get home, that's not okay to me. I cannot settle for that. I will not. Like, that's just not right to me. I don't think, like, if you're gonna have me go to school for, what is it, I guess it's more like 6 hours of my day, and then send me home with more school, so you're basically eating up my whole entire day if I'm not even studying. Like, that's just ridiculous. But anyway, I got sidetracked. So basically, I'm just saying, like, school doesn't make sense to me. So I'm just I'm just working, and then I'm gonna get into real estate, because that's how I'm trying to find ways where I can put my money into places where my money will make me more money. And real estate seems to be one of the best options, especially, like, in a passive way, that also provides me some form of, like, meaningful work. Because I know, like, I couldn't imagine, it'd be cool if I got paid to play video games like this. If I got paid to do this, and that's all I needed to live off of. It would be cool to be able to do that. But there's something about doing more physical, more hands-on stuff that makes you just feel better about your work. And not only that, but, like, there's a lot of money in real estate, so it just seems like, I don't know, it just seems like the best option. And I like the idea too. Now, of course, I'm going to be working on this, and then this is what I'm getting at. So the question was, if YouTube was to take off, would I do YouTube as a main source of income? Like, would I pursue this, like, full time? The answer to that is, even if this doesn't take off, like, even if this doesn't become a source of primary income, I think I see myself doing this for a long time. I like to, do stuff like this, like just play games and revisit stuff that I used to do as a kid. I like I like to what am I trying to say? I like to just sort of teach, you know what I mean? I think I brought this up last episode, but I used to want to be a teacher, and so like in a way, doing these podcasts and just sort of talking about what I'm passionate about kind of lets me do that. Kind of lets me teach in a different type of way, because I don't want to be like the teacher that's like standing in front. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Like, I would love to give like speaking gigs and stuff, but I don't want to like, if I was a teacher, I wouldn't be a traditional teacher. I would be the kind of teacher where I would give you more freedom for you, as long as I see, like, obviously, like, you're putting in the work and you're progressing. But I don't know, I just feel like I would want to be a more practical teacher. Give you things that will mean something. And yeah, that's sort of what I'm trying to get at. But that's what this lets me do, in an entertaining way too. And it gives me the freedom where I can talk about anything I want. Like right now I'm playing a video game, just talking about whatever the heck, you know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you about real estate, and I'll tell you about the game that I'm playing, or I'll tell you about like my job, you know what I mean? It's just whatever is relevant to today, or even irrelevant, you know what I mean? Just whatever under the sun that comes to my head, I will talk about it. And as I was saying, like, that's just a type of freedom that you won't get if you're teaching in a classroom setting, I mean. And so it's definitely meaningful. Like, I definitely feel purpose with this. And as I learn more, see, this makes sense. All of this YouTube stuff, it makes too much sense for me to drop it, because the purpose of this, if you guys don't know, is to show the progression of me and my work. To show how I get from this kid in high school, 18 years old, because I started this when I was 18. And what streams of income I built, how I built those streams of income, and how I developed them further, just everything that I learned. This is the very beginning of it, and I'm gonna do it until I can show you guys how I got there. And then once I do get there, then I want to go around, I want to give talks to people. I want to share what I've learned, specifically with children in the lower classes I've talked about before, because I feel like the lower class has this mind, or not even lower class. Like I said, if you don't listen to my podcast, How About You, I did an interview with Maxine Clark, and Maxine Clark reminded me, or informed me, on something that I guess I knew, I just didn't have the vocabulary for it. It's not lower class, it's people who are less resourced. I just think that's a better definition, especially because I feel like saying lower class sort of diminishes the value, or makes one seem less valued, which I just, I disagree. Like, I think, I just don't think that's a very good way to go about things in general. Like, it's just not a good mindset to have, because it's just not good to view people, because look, if people people matter so much, in the way that people, they are the ones. All right. So look at it this way. If nothing at all, if you create content like music, the only way that you will get to become big or popular is because of other people. Other people make things matter. You know what I mean? Like, why would you exist if it wasn't for the fact that people exist? You know what I mean? That people are there for you to give product to, or sell your product, or you. So I mean, this is where I come in with my mentality. Like, yeah, just, you know what I mean? I actually forgot, what was I talking about? I know I was talking about people. I don't know. I think basically what I was trying to say is that people matter. Shoot. No, I was on a really good point. Oh, yeah. What is the purpose of this? Oh, yeah, and how that ties into what I'm pursuing. So, yeah, because, alright, look. So, if I develop this real estate, and I get really big with this real estate, why would I not want to, why would I not want to share that with you guys? You know what I'm saying? And I'm also trying to build this culture. You know what I mean? Like, I think I've brought that up before, that, like, my whole mission is to create the culture of leadership. And I can't do that if I don't have a program, or I mean, I could do that even though I don't have all, like, the knowledge put together quite yet. Basically, I'm showing you guys what I'm learning. That's what I'm doing right now. But eventually, it'll be more than that. It'll be exactly what I did. You know what I mean? Because right now it's just kind of details and info, but it'll get better, is basically what I'm saying. And of course, like, I'm going to keep doing this YouTube, especially once I nail it. Like, because then I'm going to be able to give you, like, more specific information. Like, right now it's just, it's more so, like, oh, hey, like, this is what I did today. Like, oh, blogs. That's the best way I can say it. Right now it's just blogs. And I'm definitely going to keep doing, like, blogs probably whenever I've made it. Which I plan on making it pretty soon. Oh, yeah, and I was going to tell you guys about what I'm going to do next. So yeah, I mean, I was saying, I'm going to make it pretty soon. I'm pursuing that pretty soon. But for now, let me tell you guys that or to answer the question, just like nail it on the head, because I know I digress a lot and I talk a lot. Yes, basically I would continue to do these YouTube episodes, especially if this became my main source of, like, income, or like a big source of income. It wouldn't be my number one source, but it would be a source, you know what I mean? Because of course, like, you know, YouTube is great, but real estate, I feel like, is just more like, whenever I'm old and retired, that's what I see myself doing, you know, because, you know, I'm sure, like, as much as, you know, this has been enjoyable for me, especially, I just don't see myself as an old man doing this. You know what I mean? Like, what? I don't know. It just kind of seems inappropriate to me that, like, to be old, had a family, and still be doing this. But I mean, you never know. Like, I'll see once I get there. And obviously, like, by that point, I'll probably have switched into something a little bit more different. Probably something along the lines of real estate, where, like, I'm showing you, like, real estate and maybe fashion. Because I used to be into, or not that I've stopped being into it. Like, I still take care of myself, and I still like to dress nice. But I used to be, like, do more research of it. But yeah, so I mean, I might switch into more of that stuff. Kind of like Alpha M, if you guys know Alpha M. Just got some good material, good stuff. Yeah. So anyway, like, I hope that answers the question. Like, basically, yeah, I would, if I made it in another area, I would still do YouTube. If YouTube makes it, then yeah, I mean, obviously I would still do YouTube. But I wanted to tell you guys, or I think I already brought this up, but I monetized my music today. I didn't release everything, but I do have most of the music, or not most of it. I actually don't have like any of it really. But I have trying to think what. Let's see. We have a. Oh, just Fossil. Just Fossil right now is on iTunes and stuff like that. But which I just updated my website this morning. If you don't follow my daily goals, or like my blog, which is supposed to be like the daily goals, I actually posted this morning like what I was gonna be doing. As far as those daily goals go. And then one of them was monetize, which I did. And then 2 was like update my website with a music section, which I did. The only thing is the music section, you cannot click on any of the music, you can just sort of see it, and so I still have to work on that. But the reason why I waited to do that is because I was going to do that with the monetization that I did of my with my music. So yeah, there you go. Let me tell you. So I signed up for DistroKid. Which, by the way, this is no like promotion for them. I actually just started with them, so I'm not really sure like how they work or anything. So I can't really give any great information regarding that. But I did that. And I'm happy with the decision. I'm just glad that like, cause previous, like it takes work. It takes a lot of work to make music. Like you wouldn't believe how much effort it does actually take, and how much you actually do put in. But you do. There's a lot that goes into music production. Yeah, I mean, it's just been something I'm working on. So, anyway, but yeah, like I said, so it's just nice to be getting paid for that work now, whereas before I was just kind of doing it. Which I guess that would be considered independent. Not really sure, but I don't know. But the downside too is I'm only making like cents per stream. isn't necessarily like a downside. Like, I guess it's a good thing. But yeah, so that's the one thing. So I'm trying to set up like my 7 streams of income, right? And music is gonna be like one of the next big ones. After music will be after music is gonna be what am I trying to say? After the music, real estate. Real estate is what I wanted to talk about. So I have a partner, and he has access to a financial advisor, and also his family. He has a few people in his family that does real estate, and so we just called him today, try to get some advice from them, and we got some good information, like some good places to start, some more connections. But what I was thinking is it might be a good idea for me to get my real estate license. Not to be a real estate agent, but if I got my license, then I just figured it would put me in the realm of real estate and help me build connections, meaningful connections that will help me out in the future. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and get started with that, trying to get my real estate license right away. Now that I sort of have this in my head. But I haven't done anything with that yet. Like, so far it's just been the music, because, by the way, I have a release date for my EP or album, my first album or EP that I'm going to be coming out with this month. That's all I'm going to tell you is going to come out this month, and you guys are just going to have to wait to get more information. But if you want to stay tuned with that, if you go check out my website at joshuatbryan64.com, or I think it's just joshuatbryan.com, you will be able to see that as soon as it comes out. If you sign up to the newsletter thing, then probably send you like a little email before. And also, like, if you just pay attention to YouTube, then obviously I'm going to let you know. So make sure to stay updated. Oh, yeah. Follow me on my Instagram, joshuatbryan64 on this Instagram. You can also find links to that at my website, once again, at joshuatbryan.com. And you can also donate to me there if you want to. It's up to you. You can support me. I have some stuff up there, like my book that I wrote, which is really cool. If you guys didn't know, I wrote a book about setting goals. Yeah, I mean, anyway, just everything that you need there is there, and anything regarding me or some content is there. So definitely check that out if you want to see some more stuff. But for now, I think I'm going to call it the episode right there. So I will go ahead and check you guys later.